Hello, so the real estate agent responded, so I'm going to upload the full video. But before I do that, I'm just going to give you a bit of context. The video is probably going to be quite long, so I might have to upload it in a few parts, but it's all going to be uploaded today, don't stress. Pretty much, Chris and Laura have been renting this place out for 2 years. The place is quite clearly falling apart, and they've asked a number of times for the real estate agency to fix a bunch of issues with the house. The real estate agency has come back and pretty much said, look, the landlord can't afford it, so we're going to go ahead. Then they were hit with a rent increase, and they were like, look, I don't know if we can pay this rent increase while the house is in this condition, so maybe can you fix this? And the real estate agent said, no. So then they've said, we're not going to renew the lease. As Chris and Laura let them know that, Haim Real Estate relisted the property for rent on Domain, realestate.com, and fucking, I don't know, their own website. That's when Chris and Laura asked me to come pay them a visit. So I visited the house. You'll see the walkthrough in a sec. Then I decided to ask Haim Real Estate some questions. I'll pop the email on the screen here. Pause to read if you want, I guess. Haim Real Estate responded. I'm not going to post screenshots of their response because I think English is their second language and I don't want people to make fun of that. But pretty much they said, the property is not available. We gave the property back to the rental provider, which is funny because literally until I emailed them, the property was still listed as for rent on Domain, realestate.com and their website. The previous tenant moved in 2020. There was no requirement for the electrical safety check in 2020. They also accepted the condition of the house. The rent was $350 per week in the last 3 years and it was below market price. I wonder why. Then they've said the landlord is under financial stress, which to me sounds like they should just sell the house because they can't afford to be a landlord in that case. Then they said they gave the property back to the rental provider. They don't want anything to do with this anymore. I wonder why. Then they've said we're not going to manage this property. We're an honest agency and we always obey the rules and laws. That's not exactly true though, is it? Because they've been renting a property that doesn't meet the minimum rental standards for at least 2 years. Anyways, here's the video. If you want me to come visit your house because your house is fucked too, there's a link in my link tree where you can just submit the thingo. Also, I made these stickers. Hello, welcome back to Shit Rentals of Melbourne. Today we're at 54 Capon Street in Malvern East and come check out how fucked this house is. The real estate agent describes this as a pet-friendly home. Here's why I don't think this is either pet-friendly or human-friendly. The power to the entire left-hand side of the house doesn't work. And also, it looks like this switch was installed by Albert Einstein himself. I don't really know where to start with this house. So we'll start in the kitchen. It feels like it's about to fall over as I'm standing in it. That's the fucking oven. The extractor fan doesn't exist, but a possum lives up there. The water flows sideways in this house. I'm not really an expert on anything at all, but I'm pretty sure that's asbestos. We're currently standing in the sunroom. As you can see, there's not much sun. This door has another door on it, which I think is pretty cool. Ta-da! This is the second kitchen. Also, this is the carpet. Ta-da! This oven does not work because there is no electricity to this entire side of the house. This is the bathroom. That's the extractor fan in the roof. There's no cold water coming out of this tap. And also, you could probably feed a family of 4 with the mold on the roof. There's plants growing through into the bedroom. And I reckon if you sneeze too hard, you'd blow straight through this timber. Gorgeous. The whole time you're walking through this house, it feels like it's about to collapse on top of you. The good news is the real estate agency is renting it out again, so you could be the lucky next renter. As you can see, the facade of the house has commenced divorce proceedings against the rest of the whole house. Wait, can you see that gap?
If you could just stop for a sec.
Oh, sorry. I imagine this is what it feels like to play the organ.
Oh!